on today, guys? We're up here spraying at Russellville. We got Hurricane Barry coming through sometime here this afternoon. It's going to come up and get us, apparently. I haven't seen any clouds or anything yet that's directly pointing towards that, but that's what we think is going to happen. So I'm trying to spray this as quick as possible, I guess is the word to say. But yeah, this hurricane's coming through. I got some more ground that I want to finish up before it comes through. Hopefully I get it done. If not, oh well. I mean, it ain't like I'm spraying anything bad for it. So, looks like there's a wolf up here. Just went down that ditch. Oh yeah. That's a fox. They're running across the field there. So this has all been underwater for quite some time. So we're up here spraying it now. And it is July 15th. So it's not the latest we've ever planted before, but it's kind of late for it. And for all of you that are worried about my boots hitting the ground, I have found wheels to put on my boots. And they go right down there where that mirror is. So that's where they're going. So that's where they're gonna go. And I went to it's a 4H track driving competition that I am doing. It's Petroleum Tractor Program. Some of you might know what it is, some of you might not. I did get to see a couple of you guys that watch, and I thought that was pretty cool. So if you see me out and about, all you gotta do is say hi to me. I'll talk to you. I'm not scary, I don't think, but yeah, I sit there and I talked to one guy, and he was just talking to me. He's a little bit south of me, but we was talking. So yeah, if you guys see me around or anything like that, all you gotta do is say hi. Me, Ross, Augie, any of us. We'll talk to you. But anyways, I did get to go to state. I got third in my division at the whatever level that is. I forget what it is, but district basically. So they have a Knox, they have a county, they have a district, a state, and a national level. And my goal this year is to make it to nationals, which I don't know if I will or not. But anyways, I gotta go to the state fair now sometime in August. So that will be, it's more towards the end of the fair, I think. But I'm gonna go, hopefully compete, hopefully do well. I don't know, we'll have to see. Yeah, Harvey is definitely coming. Or not Harvey, whatever that hurricane is. It should be about where I am, about 2 o'clock. So it's starting to rain on me a little bit up here right now. My plan is I'm going to try and empty out this load before I get rained out, which I just filled up. So I got 80 acres of spray if I'm going to fill, or not 80 acres. I got 40 acres of spray if I'm going to try and empty this out. So I'm going to try and empty it out. So then that way, if it rains a bunch here and it doesn't rain back home, I can go back home and spray. But I'm gonna have to start worrying about putting fungicide on beans sometime here shortly if I'm gonna do that. I got beans at R3 already, if not R4, or whatever the after stage that is. I'm not very familiar with them, but we gotta start worrying about that too here in the near future. Well, I'm gonna head back down to the farm. It's sprinkling just a little bit up here, and it's kind of windy. Wind's got picked up a little bit. Probably because of this hurricane coming. I mean, it won't directly affect us as bad as what it did some people, or most people, but it's gonna get a pretty good portion of us wet. I know that there's some farmers around here that are preparing like what we are, making sure they got all their chemical ready to put fungicide on whenever it dries out after this. Because what happens is there's spores, and them spores will wash up from the south You know, it'll be like southern rust or common rust or frog-eyed leaf spot and beans and stuff like that. And it'll all come up in that storm and it'll all blow up here, causing diseases to get in our crops. So we got to be prepared for that. We got to be ready whenever it gets here, otherwise we'll have big issues and we'll lose a lot of crop to it. So we got to make sure that we are ready to go as soon as that gets here. So we're out looking at crops now, and it seems to me as though Ross is calling me, so he's probably hung up. Yes, Ross.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, you're on camera and I'm driving around looking at crops.
On camera? What do you mean?
I'm videoing this, so what do you need?
Oh, no, never mind. Call me when you get done videoing.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Well, I guess he didn't want to say anything. Oh well. So we're worried about spraying fungicide right now. As you can see here, we got some weeds in this field that I got to spray. We're worried about spraying fungicide on corn now because that hurricane just went through, dropped some spores up in Vigo County, which is just a county north of us. So we're kind of getting we're gonna have to start getting worried about doing that. Ross is spraying. I'm not gonna spray for a while. I'm not feeling very well, so I have to stick to just looking, and I don't want to sit at home. So yeah. So if you look there, that's one of our fields. It's got tosses on it. And then up here is another one. It's got tosses on it too. So what we're worried about and why we're putting on fungicide is simply because we got southern rust coming. It's gonna wind up here eventually, or we think. Southern rust is a there's Lucas. Southern rust is a disease that starts down south and comes up this way. It comes in spores, and a lot of times these hurricanes, whenever they come through, will bring them spores up here, and whenever they're coming around, they'll swirl down into our crops, and then we wind up having major yield loss from it. So we use fungicide for our corn, which is things like Trivapro and Franchise, or Trivapro and something else, or just whatever we can find that's the best. It needs a non-ionic surfactant for that to work effectively, and we also will put insecticide in there too if we find that we have a lot of bugs that like to eat our corn or something like that. We usually do put insecticide in with it, just to keep that fact down and try to keep it under control, so then that way we don't have to worry about it as much. We don't like spraying insecticide because it's pretty expensive, insecticide is. So we try to avoid putting it on unless we have to. So as you guys pretty well know, a lot of people have had some pretty hard time getting crops in. Well, this is probably some of the later planted corn that I've seen, or at least down here. I mean, there's later planted corn up in Robinson, but usually most of the corn around here is tasseled. That might be waist high. Now, the old timers always said that knee high by the 4th of July, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll believe it. They try to cut us off a lot whenever we're planting to keep us from getting to that knee high by the 4th of July. Usually we try to get it around waist high by the 4th of July. That wasn't our corn. That's one of our neighbors down here. And then this here, some of our later planted corn. This is probably one of the last fields that we have been in, working on replanting it and stuff like that. That's kind of short, and as you can see, some of it's even drowned out there. It's all under irrigation, so we won't worry about too much under irrigation because we can fertigate, which fertigate means we put fertilizer in through the irrigation system to help give that corn an extra boost. So if you guys remember, this field here, we had the pump set up right here, pumping out of there, over there, and we did not lose as much corn as what we could have. So we saved quite a bit of it. So now we're looking at a bean field down here at Steckler's. We'll get out here to where the beans are a little bit farther off the road and they look a little bit better. And as you can see, we've got flowers coming on. And I'm not really sure what that is, but that looks like some kind of a bug egg. So yeah, they look pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to either my agronomist or my chemical guy and make sure that this is not anything to be worried about. Kind of looks like it might be bug of some sort laying eggs, but it's never too bad to, or it's always good to be sure. This field here is a field that we had that had a lot of water in it, and as you can tell, it doesn't look the greatest, but hopefully it'll come out of it and it'll wind up being a decent crop. We ended up putting nitrogen on it because it just looked dead, like it didn't look like there was much there for it. So we put nitrogen on it and it looks a lot better than it did for sure. So hopefully that'll help it and fix and make it look a lot better, but we don't know, so this is all trial and error. It's just what this year's been. Yeah, as you can see, we lost some right there. Haha, death to Johnson grass. Die. What could Ross have broken this time? You gonna show him?
No.
Pull it out.
Fine.
Did you lose all the water in the trailer?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, there's something below that. So I didn't lose it all.
So what happened was, he broke this off inside that hole. So we took a blade out of the hacksaw and sawed around on it and got it out. Used the hammer and punched on it. You happy with yourself?
No.
No?
It took valuable time out of my spraying.
Okay, well then get back to it. So we're up here at Russellville spraying now, surprisingly. You can definitely tell what I've sprayed so far. Because it's Liberty, it'll basically knock anything over pretty quick. So, as you can tell, that tree's got a little bit on it. And then up here, this entire field. So it's starting to die. It's not completely dead yet, but it's getting there. So we're going to finish up on Liberty today. I'm going to clean out my sprayer. Then I'm going to go back to my water truck, fill up with stuff for Roundup. I'm going to go spray Roundup up at Robinson. Go back home. They'll have my water truck home by then. Go home, fill up there, and then go to Steckler's where I got some more stuff to do. Coal House, I got to spray all that. It's all got weeds on it that are pretty good size. And then pools, I got the same ordeal. So we're going to go run around down there and try to get that all under control, hopefully. But right now we are in Russellville for now. Hopefully I get home by about 3 o'clock and then I can keep running until later tonight. I'll plug my water truck up to the thing there at the farm, at the spigot at the farm. I'm gonna try to get some fungicide for tomorrow or today to spray on beans, hopefully in the near future. They haven't spotted anything for beans yet, but I know it's coming. It's gotta be. So I'm gonna make sure I'm prepared and I can go whenever I need to. Because I got beans that are at the stage that they want you to have them at when you spray fungicide on, which is R3 to R5, which is when that, from the time that that plant starts to put a pod on to the time that pod is full. So we're gonna try to do that. And they're worried about these later beans with how late they are, getting fungus in them too. So we're gonna have to start getting kind of worried here. But Ross is gonna try to start spraying sometime here, probably today or tomorrow, on fungicide on corn. If I don't go do it. So hopefully we can get after it and get everything done. So what I just done there was, I just turned on my induction tanks so that now I can spray Roundup again, because I would rather spray Roundup than Liberty. So we're gonna go spray Roundup up at Robinson first, then we gotta head back home. So now I gotta switch some of my settings. I just turned this knob, turn my rate back down. Go into here, document, take out all this stuff because I don't need it anymore. Change this one to Choice Trio, 4 ounces to the acre. Change this to 10. That's all set up right. Turn that on, get that going again. Don't need that one. Section control, yeah. So we're now on our way to Robinson to go spray up there. Got one field to do. We had cockleburrs coming up in it. So I'm gonna go up there and work on it and try to get it taken care of so I don't have any more cockleburrs, which probably will not happen with that farm, but whatever. This field here I got to spray Roundup on once the weeds get a little bit bigger and warrant. So next stop, Robinson. And also Ross is getting a new camera. Ross and Augie might get one, I don't know yet, gotta look. But Ross is getting a camera like mine, like my GoPro. I'm gonna get a mic for mine, a microphone for mine to put on top. And then Ross's GoPro will just be a regular GoPro without the mic. And that should be here next week. So they have found frog-eyed leaf spot in beans in Knox County here. So we're gonna have to start making appropriate preparations for that. That includes like spraying fungicide on beans. Right now we are finishing up what we got left of beans that need to be sprayed. Yeah, these ones definitely need sprayed, as you can hardly see the beans. So we're working on this, and then hopefully in the next video we'll start on some of the spray trials with fungicide on beans. My first ones that I'm going to try and do is Trivapro, Delaro, and then there's two more that I'm going to try, and I'm going to put them on 2 halves of 2 different fields. and then I'm probably going to use Delaro on the rest of our ground, just to kind of get a feel for it and see what the real yield difference is. And then in the winter or in the fall, whenever we get to actually harvest, who knows, winter or fall, one of the two, we'll go out there and we'll look at them and we'll pay close attention to the yield monitor and try to see which one is better and which one is worse. We will do actual readings, like actual load from the from our grain elevator there at the farm. We'll weigh trucks and stuff like that, just to see how close we can get an accurate representation, I guess. Well, I got a little bit more done, so I guess I'm gonna go home for the day, and then probably resume tomorrow. Anyways, I guess remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below if you got any questions, comments, concerns. Leave me a nice big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I know I already said that, but that's important. And bell notification button in case you want to know when we post a video. Follow the farm Instagram, Snapchat page, and we will see you next time. So that'll be all today.